Y'all, once again, it's on. Back at you one more again, Real Kens TV and the House Light Kitchen Sinks. And before I jump into this afternoon's video, if you will, y'all jump in the comment section. Let me know where you're chiming in from. I'm in Lexington, Kentucky. Let me know your city, your state, your hood, your set, whatever it may be, whatever entity that it may be that you representing, let it be known. You know, if you look at the thumbnail on this video, there's an individual, and it's not this particular individual per se, but you take an individual that looks almost identical to this person on the thumbnail, and imagine being in a small prison cell, about the size of your average bathroom, maybe slightly larger. The size of your average bathroom. Imagine being in a prison cell with this individual. You know, one of the many, many dangers of prison is that you never know who you're going to be in a cell with. Then you got a lot of prisons in Kentucky that are open dorms, meaning it's similar to an army barracks. It's an actual dorm. You're not in a cell. But they also have prisons, Lee County, I've been to, which is medium security. I've never been to max. So everything that I've been to is either been medium or minimal. Green River, this particular situation happened at Green River Prison. They sent you to Green River, where they sent me to Green River. And they're never going to throw you in a cell with the opposite race. If you're black, you're going to cell with a black. You're white, you're going to cell with a white. Unless it's something that you agree to and sign up. You have to, like, initiate it. They're not just going to throw you in the cell with a Mexican dude if you're black or white. I think you all get the gist of what I'm trying to say. And so they send me in the cell with this individual, Big Lee. No, not Big Lee from Hustle Spirit 502. Shout out to Big Lee, Hustle Spirit 502, featuring Fleece Johnson. Not that Big Lee. But this individual was, he was Big Lee. Dark-skinned dude, cut up, been in and out of the system his entire life. This particular time, I think he had been locked up 14, 13, 15 years, something like that. Work out all day long. Just a really, really institutionalized individual. He may have been, at the time, he may have been, I don't know, mid-30s. No more than 37, 38 years old, if that. So I'm in the cell with dude or whatever. Now, in Kentucky, you don't choose which bunk that you get. The Department of Corrections decides which bunk you get. So, for instance, you can be in the cell, right? You can literally be in the cell and be on the top bunk, and there's no one occupying the bottom bunk. Now, that's not going to last for long, but I have been in situations where I was the only one in my cell for a couple weeks, and then they bring somebody in. So you would just think, man, can I just slide down to the bottom bunk? No, they'll try to charge you with escape for that. That's how petty they are. Not saying that they will, but when that officer comes by and does his count, and he knows that you're supposed to be in that top bunk, and he don't see you in the top bunk, but clearly no one is supposed to be in the bottom bunk, and he sees somebody in the bottom bunk. If you got a jerk of an officer, which a lot of them are, not all of them, they'll charge you with, they'll try to write you up, and someone will even try to say that you attempted to elude the police and escape. So I go into the cell. Obviously, he's, well, I'm not going to say obviously, but he's on the bottom bunk. The problem is with climbing to the top bunk, they don't put ladders on the bed, on your racks. That's what they call them, your rack. So when you're trying to get to the top bunk, you got to literally step on a person's bed to climb up. Unless you're young and athletic, and you can just, young dudes, man, they'll literally just hop on top of onto the top bunk. I couldn't do that. Nor was I trying to do it. I probably could have at the time, but I wasn't trying to do that. So when I say you stick your feet on a person's bed, you don't put your foot on the mat. You find the area to where the mat's not occupying, because, those beds are like steel. So you put your foot on it, and then you use that to climb onto your top bunk. This individual, I knew right off top that I was going to have a problem. He wanted to dictate everything in the cell just because I guess because he had been in a cell. He felt like that was his cell. Let me roll this window up for you all. Come on, kids. I can't even hear you, motherfucker. And so I knew early on that there was going to be a problem. He wants to get me to run down the rules of the cell when I walk in. That's pretty typical. I don't like nobody in my cell. I don't like a lot of noise. If you got a TV, keep your headphones plugged in. And which at the time when I initially got there, I didn't have a TV yet. I was straight from the Rotary Farm. When you come from the Rotary Farm, you're not going to have anything. The Rotary Farm is just, for you all that don't know, it's just a place where you go and you get processed. You know, you get classified. They do your blood work and your physical and your mental, evaluations or whatever. And then they classify you to whatever level. And that's when you'll go to whatever prison that you're going to be sent to. It may take a month, may take 4 or 5 months. Just depends on the available bed space. But you bet your bottom dollar they're going to find a space for you. Oh, yeah, they're going to find a spot. Prison's about locking people up. It's about business, man. It's about the bottom line, that dollar. At any rate, like I said, he's running down the rules of the cell. And I've told you all parts of this story before. I don't watch no sports on my TV. Okay. I'm looking at you real weird now. You don't watch sports. What's wrong with this nigga? He don't watch sports. And like I said, man, this dude is a physical specimen. Pause. Double pause. You can already tell that his demeanor, through his demeanor rather, that he's just an aggressive individual. As I mentioned, I was coming from the Rotary Farm, so I didn't really have a whole lot. I had a little bit of commissary left, but I didn't really have a whole lot. I had to wait for my people to find me. That means, you get to wherever you're going and your people, they send you the money. When they sent me the money, well, prior to them sending me the money, this dude's eating well, man. He's doing fairly well for himself, as far as in prison. Got his TV. He got his headphones. He got his CD player. He got the hot pot. Hot pot is just something that you boil hot water in. He got his cooler. He keeps his cooler, filled with food or whatever. In the meanwhile, I'm just in the cell by myself. Or I'm in the cell pretty much with nothing. He's not obligated to feed me. He's not obligated to do anything for me. He don't even know me. That food sure did smell good, man. At nighttime, most of the time in prison, that's when you really, really cook your meals. Now, if you privileged to be able to cook all throughout the day, you got money to cook lunch, breakfast, and all that stuff, and you eat out of your locker, okay, some people can. But primarily, people are always going to cook at night. And you sitting there, man, and I'm sitting there on that top bunk, and I'm smelling them fried potatoes. I'm smelling that chicken or them burgers that he's fixing, or chicken patties or salmon patties, whatever he's fixing. I'm smelling that. There's an aroma. There's a microwave outside of the cell, so anything that you need to heat up or whatever, you can cook it in a microwave. Some people will cook out of the hot pot. How do you cook out of the hot pot, kids? You just said it boils water. Take a potato chip bag of Doritos, hot cheese puffs, whatever that they selling in the commissary. Empty it out, clean it out, and whatever you're cooking, you put it in that bag. Take a rubber band, tie some bitch up. Take that some bitch. You ever met somebody? Everything they say ends with some bitch. Yeah, man. I'm here to look at getting a primer on my vehicle. Yeah, man. I tell you what, brother. I got a brother-in-law, and that some bitch, man. He'll take that some bitch, take a prime that some bitch, strip that some bitch down, then put another primer on that some bitch. That some bitch is the best primer that you ever want to. Anyway, y'all get point of what I'm trying to make. Take a some bitch, wrap that some bitch up, and you put it down in the water, and it heats it up. Whatever you cooking, it heats it up. Now you can't put burger patties down in there. The pre-made ones you can, but you can't pat out, and put them in there. Nothing like that. Anything that pretty much just needs to be heated up. You can throw it down in that hot pot. Actually tastes a lot better like that, because the microwave, you're gonna get a whole lot of grease. That hot pot, man, it's little to no grease at all. I'm in there one night, man. And them fried potatoes look so good. I'm talking about he got the fried potatoes. He got the green peppers from the commissary inside of the fried potatoes. He got the onions. He got the hot sauce, the ketchup. And he's eating a burger. He done made himself like a double burger. He done got some bacon, because they sell bacon in commissary. So he's eating a double bacon cheeseburger. And I'm sitting in the cell, man. I ain't got nothing but a noodle. I'm thankful for the little noodle I got. I got a noodle, I got some chips, and I got some crackers. So, you know, I'm doing my thing with what I got. I'm working with what I got. But I'm not even going to lie to you, man. That food was looking so good. I'm trying not to really look at it. But I can't help but see it, because he got a big old bowl of potatoes. It's not like he done chopped up a big old... He done chopped up probably 2 or 3 potatoes, big potatoes, maybe more. And they in a bowl, you can just see it. And like I said, he got his burger right there. He got his little Kool-Aid, his drink. Damn, man. He's watching some funny ass shit. It wasn't sports. I know Monday Night Football was on, and he wasn't watching football. He was watching just the silliest... I don't even remember what show he was watching. I've seen this happen a couple times. But he was watching something crazy. And I'm thinking to myself, man, football's on, man. I ain't got my TV, so I can't really, you know what I mean? The yard's already shut down at Green River, man. They shut you down early, man. You got to be in your cell at the yard shuts down at, what, 8:45, I want to say. You might get back out from 9:45 to 10:15 to make your last minute phone calls or to, you know, get in the microwave, but sometimes you don't. So if you don't, guess what? You just in your cell. I'm already in there pissed. We not really talking too much. Dude got a problem every time I get up and down out of my bunk. Dude got a problem because when you turn over, the bunk would kind of pop a little bit. So it would make a noise, kind of like this. Y'all heard this seat every time I move. That's how the bunk would be. So he's, hey, bro. You know what I'm saying? He always had a problem. As though I'm some, like you just gonna lay in the bed and never move. Man, they gotta get me out of the cell with this dude, man. You know what I'm saying? He just got too many rules, and I ain't really on it, man. I'm trying to get my level lowered so I can go to a minimum security. I can get back to Blackburn, which is in Lexington, Kentucky, where I'm from. Literally 5 minutes away from, you know, where I live at. So I'm trying to get there. But you're not going to get there getting into fights and, you know, having conflict or whatever. But I'm getting sick and tired of this dude's antics, man. Like I said, he's sitting there, man, in his chair, and he's laughing. He got his headphones on. And he's eating. Damn. In my mind, I'm thinking, man, I wish dude offer me some of them potatoes. Although you shouldn't take anything in prison, I was going to break my own rule. One of the cardinal sins, accepting something from prison, I was going to take some potatoes if he offered them to me. But I'm mad at the motherfucker. Like I said, Monday Night Football's on. This motherfucker's watching Family Guy or some shit. He's cracking up laughing. Hey, bro, can you... I noticed that it was on commercial. Hey, bro, can you check the score to just the football game? I know you don't watch, you know, football, but can you check the score for me? Very important game. Bro, I already told you I don't do no sports. It's the second person that I've been in a cell with that emphasized I don't do no sports. I was just trying to see if you know, check the score for me. Bro, I ain't even all that ESPN and all that old funny ass shit. This is how he's talking. I erased that off my TV because you know how you can add and delete channels on your TV. The game wasn't even on ESPN, but you know, you're right. You got it. Takes me a few weeks. Then I'll start to get all my stuff in. Now, you know, my plane done landed. They done found me. So I get my TV. I get my little jogging suits or whatever, so now I can get comfortable. I'm not walking around in state uniforms all day. I'm staying out of the cell as much as I possibly can stay out of the cell. That's part of cell etiquette. It's like when you in a cell with somebody, you don't just lay up in the cell all day long. You leave the cell, give them their private time, and they're supposed to do the same for you. I really didn't even know that, to be honest, at this particular time. I was just getting out of the cell because I did not want to be in the cell with this dude all day. I didn't want to be in the cell all day, period. I would just be out on the yard, man. Might be in the library. Might go to church. Be in the weight pad. Might be on the basketball court. Might be walking the loop, doing push-ups, or whatever I had to do, man. 90 degrees outside, 85 degrees. It would get so hot that if it reached a certain temperature, they would cease activities on the yard, essentially shutting the yard down. Now, they didn't make you go inside, but you wouldn't be allowed to work out. You wouldn't be allowed to play handball. You wouldn't be allowed to play volleyball, basketball, anything until later on once the temperature dropped. That's how hot it was. I didn't care. I was still not trying to be in that cell all day long. Like I said, all of my stuff started to come in. Now my locker's full. Now I got the potatoes. Now I got the burgers. Now I'm kicking back, in my rack, because you can put your TV like they got these, actually, I take that back. At Blackburn, they got like TV stands that are hooked to your bed. So you can literally just set your TV up. But at this particular place, Green River, they didn't have those. So you put your TV like on top of your locker. So you can see it, you got the little remote control, whatever. I'm kicking back. I'm eating my fried potatoes. I'm watching the game. Ooh, come on, bro. Come on, bro, you being kind of loud up there. Once again, I'm not even saying anything to this dude. All right, man, you got it. One day, my dude comes knocking on the door, knocking on the cell, because it's not like TV where you got the cell. Like, you're in a cell, but it's a door, so really it's like a room. Got a key or whatever. It's not like the bars where you sitting. Hey, bro, what's up, bro? You got your hands on the bars. It's not like that. My dude comes and knocks on the door. Now, my dude's a gorilla, man. When I say my dude's a gorilla, man, Big Cozart, man, is 6'7". Big Cozart ended up getting in a fight, if you want to call it that. Cozart's about 6'7". Got to be about 260. It's an MMA fight on the street. He hadn't turned pro yet, but he was moving his way up through the ranks, and he ended up getting into it, beating a woman up real bad. Thought she was cheating on him. Beat her up real bad, man, and they gave him 15 years for it. So he was in the pen for that. But people on the western part of Kentucky, they knew who he was. Certain people knew who he was. Knocking on the door. Come on out, Lex. Come on out, Lex. They called me. Dude had a problem with that. Hey, man, you need to tell your peoples, man. So I'm telling my dude about this, but I'm not telling him in a manner of what I'm trying to, I'm not trying to start anything. I'm like, man, bro, be tripping, man. You know what I'm saying, dog? He always got a problem. His people come to the cell and ain't no issues or whatever, but he just got a problem. So my dog Kozar, I was like, shoot, what you want to do, man? I mean, what's happening? What you want to do? Kozar he barred none. Plus he had a couple of cousins on the yard, and he had people that rock with him, that roll with him. What you want to do, man? I'm trying to get out of here, man. He ain't put his hands on me. He ain't threatened me. He just acting like he just runs the cell. But I'm going to allow him to run that cell because guess what? He's going to be here a lot longer than me. No disrespect to anybody else, but I'm going to let him run his cell, man. My whole goal and objective is to get home as quickly as possible, not to extend my stay, as I frequently mention. Kozar got a problem with him now. He really wants to step to him. See, Kozar was one of them type dudes, man. He really had a bad temper, but you would never know it because he was laid back, and he was very humble, but it's like it was an act. He would be overly humble just so someone would try him. Hey, bro, I don't want no problems, man. I don't want no issues and no problems. Well, see, the thing is, initially, when he first got there, or prior to him getting there, when we were at the Rotary Farm together, a lot of people didn't really know who he was. And once we got to Green River, like I said, because that's on the western part of the state, Kentucky. And that's where he was from, a lot of people, like I said, they knew who he was. So he would be overly humble and just chill out and he'll let you say something to him, let you say something again, and then he gonna give you the business, man. Not too many people's running up on a dude that's 6'7", 260 anyway. But nevertheless, that's just what it was with him. He's frustrated. He want to whoop dude, man. Or he want to fight dude or whatever. But I'm telling him, nah, man, you ain't got to go through that. It's over with, man. So I'm in the cell one night, and I get up to use the bathroom, man. This dude says this to me. He was like, hey, bro, check this out, man. When you get up to use the bathroom, man, and I'm in this cell, it's disrespectful for you to stand up and use the bathroom, man. You need to start sitting down when you use the bathroom. In my mind, I'm like, excuse me, but that's not the proper wording that you use in prison. You're not going to be like, excuse me. What the fuck's you talking about, nigga? Sit down and why use the bathroom? The fuck? Yeah, bro. I don't know splashes or nothing getting on the toilet, man. You know what I'm saying? I keep my cell immaculate. I keep my cell clean, man. So I'm going to need you to start sitting down when you use the bathroom. Bro, I'm not sitting down when I use no bathroom, dog. Man, you know what I'm saying? We're going to have to come to some sort of an agreement. You know, matter of fact, since I've been in this cell, ever since I've been in this cell, you've been telling me I need to do this, I need to do that, and I try to, you know, remain respectful, but I ain't doing no sitting down, dog. It's just gonna be what it's gonna be. I'm not doing no sitting down. This dude's way bigger than me. I ain't got no knife. I ain't never really carried no knives or nothing like that. I ain't have none of that stuff. Only thing I had was heart. What I was blessed with. What I've always had. Yeah, we gonna see. We gonna see. Yeah, we gonna see. At that point, I already had my lock. And I did have a lock, put it in my sock or whatever. I kept that by my bed. Now you can't get, when they come in and do a shakedown and they see the lock in the sock, oh, you going straight to the hole. So I never kept it in the actual sock unless I was in the cell. You see what I'm saying? But I always kept it right there by my bed because I'm like, all right, dude gonna try me, man. I know that it's only a matter of time. This dude done told me that I gotta sit down when I use the bathroom. I look like a little bitch to you. It's definitely getting ready to go down, man. Next day, me and Kozar, we spinning the block. That just means in prison, just walking the loop. Drinking our triples, drinking our coffee. 80 degrees outside, we drinking coffee. Triple is your coffee, your sugar, and your cream. I start to notice things kind of died down. I didn't sit down. I start to notice little things, man. Coming to cell, you know how I got my chip bag, like chips have been tampered with. A little bit extra peanut butter is missing out of my jar. Like you scoop it, because you take a spoon and you scoop your peanut butter out. You ain't got no knives or nothing. You take a spoon. Oh, I had more peanut butter than this. I go to drink my triples. A little bit of my cream was gone. Dude had been going in my stuff when I was out of the cell. His whole demeanor had changed. He started to be kind of cool. Hey, bro, shoot, you got an extra, you know what I'm saying? Can I get some of them chips, man? Hey, bro, can I get some of them crackers? I ain't tripped. See, his money has slowed down, but my money was still steady. And plus, I didn't eat like that every single, you know, I knew how to stretch my food. So it was like, okay, I go to the chow hall and I eat. And if I get full in the chow hall, or even let's just say I got burgers or whatever, I might be like, okay, I can't eat burgers every single day. So tonight just might be a noodle night. Can't forget where you came from. Might be a noodle night with the crackers and the peanut butter. For whatever reason, whenever I eat a noodle, I want some peanut butter and crackers with it. I don't know why, but I do. Chop up the little onions, got my hot sauce, put the little peppers in there. I'm cool. Some nights it might be just a couple potatoes chopped up with the ketchup and the onions and the peppers. Some days chicken, some days feathers, man. But I ate. Dude ain't never offered me nothing. Nothing but disrespectful to me. But now he's asking me, you know, it's every once in a while. It's not like every single day. Yeah, here, bro. I ain't tripping. There you go. One time I come in, and I guess over time, like, because I hadn't really been eating the peanut butter like that, and it looked like damn near half my jar of peanut butter was gone. Like, my dog, you been in my eating my peanut butter and shit? Like, what you saying, nigga? I got my own shit. What you mean? Am I eating your peanut butter? I'm saying, dog, I ain't barely even ate none of the peanut butter. And I look up and almost half the jar of the peanut butter's gone, man. So he act like he won't jump up or whatever. Like as he get loud. Nigga, ain't nobody gotta eat your peanut butter. Ain't nobody, I got my own shit, dog. And I'm sick of you anyway. Oh, Lexington ass nigga. That's an insult. In prison was supposed to be an insult. You from Lexington? Oh, Lexington ass nigga. Say you from Louisville. Oh, Louisville ass nigga. You know, wherever you from, they gon' that's supposed to insult you. Damn right I'm from Lexington. So we in the cell, man. I ain't really doing too much arguing, man. I can't beat you in an arguing contest. It's gonna be kind of hard for me to whoop you in this cell because the cell is small, man. You give me some space, then, you know, I stand a chance. But in this cell, I don't know. I'm just assuming that you got hands. I'm just assuming, you know, look like you can fight. You way bigger than me, which don't always mean anything. I'm in a cell with this seemingly the gorilla, man. I got something for you. Once again, it died down. So I was getting to the point to where I started to realize, like, man, I think this dude might just be all talk. Because he's had a problem with me on 3 or 4 occasions to where it done kind of got loud. My blanket is hanging down too far over the bed and he can't see. Oh, my bad, bro. Literally, my blanket is hanging down too far and it's messing with his eyesight. Man, my bad. Grab my blanket back up, tuck it in or whatever. He just got issue after issue. The dangers of being in prison, man. People wake up on the wrong side of the bed. People get a bad phone call, or people don't answer the phone, or they waiting on that money to come and the money don't hit, or they waiting on a visit and the visit don't show up. Or when they do get that letter in the mail, it said, Dear John. So it's all type of danger. That's why you don't play in prison. You don't overly open yourself up. Pause, double pause, triple pause. Matter of fact, infinite pause. Matter of fact, let's just manually rewind that because I shouldn't even have said that. You don't allow yourself to be on a level of friendliness with an individual, because it'll always go to the next level. It'll always at some point get out of hand when the next person don't feel like playing that day. I got something for this dude. He got one more time, man. He got one more again to try me. And he's gonna get his wig split. That time came. I said, if I see anything missing out of my shit, I told him don't touch my shit. Don't touch none of my shit, dog. Come in the cell one day. Remote control's not working. Damn, what's wrong with my remote? TV's brand new. Remote's not working. His remote is working just fine. I can't really change my TV. I can get up, but who wants to keep... It's like at home, you got to keep going to the TV and manually changing it. What's wrong with my remote? I look in the back part of the remote. You know how you can open it up? Dude done switched batteries. Took his batteries and switched them with mine. I'm not stupid. I just got the TV. Oh. So dude just think I'm a chump, huh? Dude really, really thinks I'm a chump. I got something for him. In my mind, I go to my infamous, I got baby oil. I had baby oil way before Diddy. No Diddy. Wasn't supposed to have baby oil. When you come into the prison, what they do is they do an inventory of everything you got. And it takes so long, especially if it's a bunch of people. And there was a bunch of us that came in. Baby oil was one of the things that you're not supposed to have. I took that baby oil and I snuck it in. I was able to get it in. Pause. I was able to bring the baby oil into the facility. I had put it like in a different container or whatever. I don't know why they didn't want you to have baby oil there. Maybe because it was going to be used as a weapon, the way that I was going to use it as a weapon. I took that hot pot in my mind, started to heat that water up. Put that baby oil down in there. And when dude's laying on his bed, I don't care if he's asleep, I don't care if he's awake, I don't care what he's doing. I'm gonna throw his hot water on him, man. I'm gonna throw it right in his face. You see, the thing about prison, man, prison is a very, very violent place, and I'm not a violent individual by any stretch of the imagination. But it's one of those things to where it's kill or be killed. It's a dog-eat-dog world. When you see that you're having a problem with a person, and you all that have been locked up before, and you've been in them cells with an individual, you all can attest to this. A lot of times, unless you in there with somebody that you're really, really close with or whatever, you're going to have problems with your cellie. Now, if you have a little argument from, time to time, something like that, that's to be expected. But then there's going to be a time to where it could get really, really violent, and you don't really want it to go there, especially if you're not a violent individual. But on the flip side, you don't want to be the recipient of the violence. And these are all the things that I was thinking of in my mind, in my head. I knew that he had taken my remote control, my batteries or whatever, switched them out. I ain't even say anything. I'm done talking. I'm done talking with this dude. He obviously, he been playing me for soft really the whole time. I should have been I should have been and checked him for real. So it's really just been my fault, because he probably feels like, nah, man, dude ain't gonna do nothing, man. All of these things are playing out in my mind. The next night, it's going down, man. I'm gonna get him. The next night, it's going down. I don't know what type of time I'm gonna get. Only thing I'm gonna say is, man, I don't know what y'all talking about, man. It wasn't me. I don't know what happened to the dude. So he was literally gonna have to point the finger and say, yeah, it was him. He was the one that did this. But you might be asleep, so how can you say I'm the one that did it? Even though we're the only ones in the cell. I don't know, man. Maybe he spilled. I don't know. I was asleep, man. I don't know what happened. That next day, they called me down to the UA's office. They tell me that my paperwork had arrived. When my paperwork had arrived, they had to pretty much get me off the yard, because I was waiting on some paperwork to say that a case that I had pending had concluded, like the case was over with. So once that paperwork came, they had to get me off that yard and get me to my custody level would automatically drop to minimum. So my UA calls me and said, hey, you're going to be moving. We're going to get you out of here. We're going out front. Out front is like outside of the fence, but it's a minimum security prison outside of the prison. A whole lot less violent. He was like, I can't say exactly for security reasons, but we're going to get you out of here. Had me thinking about it. Obviously, I'm not trying to mess up my custody score, my custody level or whatever. Catch more time for this food in the cell. But I didn't know how much time I actually had until this dude really, really tried me. Probably about 2 days later, because I held back. I said, you know what? Let me chill out. But if he dude tries me, man, he's going to get it. He's going to get the business, man. And about 2 days later, they called me. Told me to pack my stuff up. And they moved me out front, man. I think that was one of those situations where I was saved by the administration. I was saved by the staff. I say that because if I had done something to him, I was definitely going to catch more time. And if I didn't catch more time, I was definitely going to catch a hell of a write-up, which would have affected my parole date. Or we would have just been in the room thumping, and I probably would have got my wig split. But it didn't matter with me. It was just about, man, you're going to have to respect me, dude. And sometimes you got to show a person opposed to telling a person. Sometimes you got to put down a cold demonstration. Even though you may not want to, sometimes you got to do what you got to do, because the person will take your kindness for weakness, and especially in a prison cell with a gorilla. Hopefully you like the video. Feel free to comment, definitely share, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Be sure to hit that post notification anytime I bring you this action and this heat. Guess what? You're amongst the first to receive. Real Kens TV.